All right, so are you ready for this? Today we're going deep, deep into The Secret.
Ooh, diving into the secret.
It's all about the law of attraction, right?
Yeah.
We're going to break down Rhonda Byrne's book, the audio series, all that.
Okay. Yeah.
And they say you can manifest anything, like anything you want,
Anything, really.
just using your thoughts and feelings.
Interesting.
Seriously. They even say Einstein was all over this stuff.
Einstein, no way.
Yeah, plus Shakespeare, even like ancient civilizations.
Wow, okay. I'm intrigued.
So law of attraction, it's like attracts like,
Right.
right? But it's not just magnets on the fridge.
No, not just magnets. It goes way deeper.
So it's more like what you focus on, you kind of pull towards you.
Exactly. The secret takes it to like a thought and feeling level. What you put your mind on, you attract.
Okay, so if I'm like always thinking about winning the lottery.
You might just win it.
Whoa, really?
Well, the idea is you're sending out that signal and the universe is picking it up.
Like a cosmic boomerang, what you put out comes back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But there's a flip side too,
Oh, yeah. What about when we think about what we don't want?
Ah, yes. That's what the secret calls the don't want epidemic.
Uh-oh. What's that?
It's like we focus on debt or
Mhm.
getting sick, being lonely.
Oh, no. We actually attract more of it.
You're giving energy to what you don't want, like watering weeds in your garden when you want flowers.
Yikes. Okay, I get it. So, like, if I'm always stressing about being late.
You might just find yourself running behind more often. There's a story in The Secret about this guy, Michael.
What happened to Michael?
He was so focused on his debt, he actually kept attracting more financial problems.
Oh, no. But then what?
He shifted his focus, started thinking about abundance, prosperity, and things turned around.
Wow, that's powerful. But how do we actually shift our focus like that?
The secret is big on awareness, noticing your thoughts, your words, even how you talk to yourself.
So it's like catching ourselves when we're being negative.
Yeah, and then consciously reframing it. Like, instead of saying, I don't want to be sick,
You say, I am healthy and strong.
right, you align your words with what you do want. Like tuning into a radio station. You got to find the right frequency.
Okay, so words and thoughts. What about feelings? Where do they fit in?
Feelings, they're your internal GPS, instant feedback on if you're on the right track.
That's interesting. So good feelings mean?
You're aligned, attracting what you want.
And bad feelings.
Signal you're a bit out of sync, attracting what you don't want.
Okay, this is starting to click for me. So how do we actually use this law of attraction? Does The Secret give us a plan?
It does. 3 steps. Ask, believe, receive.
3 steps, okay? What's ask all about?
Getting super clear about your desires, not just kind of wishing, but really defining what you want.
So like if I want a new car.
Don't just say car.
Yeah.
Think, make, model, color, how it feels to drive it, everything.
Wow, get specific, I get it. But believe, that's where it gets tricky, right?
Well, it's about having faith, even if it seems impossible. You got to act, speak, think as if you already have it.
Okay, even if it feels kind of fake at first.
You're convincing your mind and the universe that it's already yours.
All right, ask, believe, and then receive. What's that about?
Letting go of the worry, the how it will happen, feeling the joy of having it now, trusting the universe has a plan.
No more stressing about the details, just feeling the good vibes.
Exactly. Like trusting a friend to bring you a surprise gift. You know they'll deliver something amazing.
I love that analogy. But what about those pesky doubts? Sometimes it's hard to stay positive, you know?
Doubt is normal. Totally normal. Remember, thoughts are like seeds. They take time to grow.
Oh, I like that.
You don't see the sprout right away, but it's working underground.
Makes sense.
Ah.
So how do we deal with those doubts when they pop up?
Catch them. Replace them with positive affirmations. Like instead of, this won't work, say, I am receiving this now.
So retraining our brains to focus on the good stuff.
Exactly. And you know what else helps? Secret shifters.
Secret shifters, what are those?
Things that boost your mood instantly. Music, nature, happy memories, whatever works for you.
Oh, I love that. Like a reset button for your energy.
Exactly. And speaking of energy, there's a big theme in The Secret we haven't touched on yet. Gratitude.
Oh, yeah, gratitude. It's like the secret sauce, right? But how does it actually help us manifest?
The Secret sees it as a power-up for the whole process, shifting your focus from what you lack to what you have.
So being thankful for the little things, the big things, everything.
It all adds up. There's a story in The Secret about a guy, Lee Brower, and his gratitude rock.
Wait, a gratitude rock? I think I've heard of this.
He kept it in his pocket, and every time he touched it, he'd think of something he was grateful for.
What happened? Did it work?
He told a friend who wanted 3 rocks for his 6th son.
Oh, wow. And
The son's health started improving after he started using them.
seriously, just from focusing on gratitude, that's amazing.
And it gets even better.
Mhm.
They ended up selling those rocks for charity, raised tons of money.
That's incredible. So gratitude really is a game changer. How do we bring more of that into our lives?
Journaling helps, expressing thanks throughout the day, even for simple things like that first sip of coffee in the morning.
Okay, I can definitely do that. So we've got gratitude, we've got positive thinking, but what about visualization? Does The Secret talk about that?
Oh, yeah. Visualization is huge in The Secret. It's been used for ages by Olympic athletes, all sorts of people.
So it's not just some woo-woo thing.
Nope. It's about creating those vivid mental pictures, really experiencing what you want in your mind.
Like making a movie where you're living the dream life.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And there's science behind it, too. When athletes visualize, their muscles actually fire as if they're doing the action.
Oh, seriously. So thoughts really can have a physical impact.
Absolutely. Think of all the amazing inventions, the art. Everything started as an image in someone's mind.
That's true. So how do we do visualization right? Any tips from The Secret?
One thing they emphasize is adding movement. Don't just see a still image, interact with it.
Okay, so like if I'm visualizing my dream home.
Don't just picture the outside. Walk through the door, touch the walls, feel the carpet under your feet.
Got it. Engage all the senses, make it real. But The Secret also talks about letting go of the how, right?
Right. It's not about knowing every single step. It's trusting the universe has the best path.
Like surrendering control, knowing something bigger is at work.
Exactly. You're collaborating with a universal intelligence that's way smarter than us.
Okay, I'm starting to see the big picture here. But does this stuff really work? Are there actual examples of people using The Secret?
Oh, tons of them. There's a story about this guy, John Assaraf, a super successful entrepreneur. He used visualization for years.
What did he visualize?
He made a vision board, put pictures of his goals on it, including his dream home. He looked at it every day.
I think I've heard this one. Didn't he end up getting that exact house?
He did. Years later, he moved into a new place. And what did he find unpacking? His old vision board. Same house.
No way. He literally attracted his dream house without even realizing it at first. That's wild.
There's another one about this kid, Colin, at Disney World. He was tired of long lines.
Oh, I bet he visualized no lines.
Exactly. The next morning, a Disney worker came up to them and asked if they wanted to be first family of the day.
No way. Did they get to skip all the lines?
VIP treatment, front of the line for every ride, the whole shebang.
Wow. Okay, so The Secret really can work. But let's be real, it doesn't always happen overnight, right?
That's true. It takes time and patience. And sometimes doubts creep in.
Yeah, doubts. How do we deal with that?
The Secret says to remember, thoughts are seeds. They need time to grow. Just because you don't see results immediately.
It doesn't mean it's not working.
Exactly. And affirmations help a lot. Instead of saying, I'll never get there, say, I am capable and deserving.
So we're retraining our minds to believe in ourselves and what we want.
Exactly. And remember, look for evidence. Even small wins show the law of attraction is working.
Like finding a parking spot right in front of the store.
Exactly. Those little synchronicities are like winks from the universe.
Okay, I'm starting to feel more and more like a believer. But there's still a part of me that wonders, can we really manifest anything?
It's a big question, and The Secret acknowledges there are things outside our control. Life can be unpredictable.
So it's not about controlling everything, but more about,
Recognizing your power to influence your reality. Shifting from feeling like a victim to feeling empowered.
I like that. So it's more about taking responsibility for our own happiness.
Exactly. It's about choosing to focus on the positive and believing in your ability to create a better future.
That's incredibly empowering. So from everything we've talked about so far, what really stands out to you about The Secret?
For me, it's that reminder. We're not just watching our lives happen, we're actively creating them.
With our thoughts, our beliefs, our actions, and gratitude, of course.
Right. Gratitude is huge. And visualization. We have so many tools at our disposal.
This deep dive has been mind-blowing. It's making me think differently about myself, my potential, everything.
That's the magic of The Secret. It opens up a whole new world of possibilities.
But before we wrap up this part of our exploration, there's something I keep thinking about. If we really knew deep down that the universe was on our side, working for us, what would we dare to dream?
Ooh, that's a good one. What would we allow ourselves to want if we knew the universe had our back.
It's like the secret is saying, go ahead, dream big. Let go of those little voices in your head that say you can't.
Totally. It's all about embracing that sense of wonder, like, what if anything is possible?
It's exciting and yeah, a little scary too. But that's part of the journey, right? Figuring this stuff out as we go.
Exactly. It starts with making that choice, deciding to focus on thoughts and feelings that match what we really want.
Okay, so we've got gratitude, visualization, positive thinking. Is there anything else we should be doing to manifest? What about actually doing something? Taking action, I mean.
The Secret talks about that too. It's not just about wishing and hoping. We're co-creators,
So it's like we put it out there with our thoughts and feelings.
and then we take those inspired actions. We meet the universe halfway.
So if I'm visualizing that dream job,
You're also updating your resume,
Yeah.
networking, putting yourself out there.
showing the universe I'm serious, not just dreaming, but doing.
Exactly. It's like a dance between our inner world, our thoughts, and the outer world, the actions we take.
I love that. But what about when things don't go our way? When we hit those roadblocks?
Yeah, that happens. The Secret doesn't shy away from that. It says challenges are part of life.
So it's not a failure if things get tough.
Not at all. It's not about blaming yourself when things go wrong. It's about seeing those challenges as
Opportunities.
exactly. Sometimes those obstacles redirect us to something even better, a path we couldn't have seen before.
Okay, that makes sense. But The Secret has gotten some criticism too, right? Some people think it's too simplistic.
Yeah, there are definitely skeptics. Some say it oversimplifies things or that it can lead to blaming yourself for bad stuff.
But The Secret doesn't say we control everything, right?
No, it recognizes there are things outside our control. It's more about focusing on what we can control. Our thoughts, feelings, actions.
So it's not about denying reality, but choosing to focus on.
The positive. It's about empowering yourself, taking responsibility for your own happiness.
That's a really important point. So out of everything we've talked about, what stands out to you the most about The Secret?
Good question. I think for me, it's that reminder. We're not just passengers in our own lives. We're the drivers.
We have the power to steer the direction, to create the life we want.
Exactly. And we do it through our thoughts, our beliefs, our actions. And let's not forget gratitude.
Gratitude is key. And visualization, those are powerful tools.
They really are. The Secret just opens up your mind to what's possible.
It's been a game changer for me, that's for sure. But as we wrap up this part, I keep coming back to this question. If we truly believed, like deep down, that the universe was working with us.
What would we let ourselves dream of?
Exactly. If we knew the universe had our back, what would we create?
That's a powerful question to think about.
It really is. It makes you realize maybe we're limiting ourselves more than we realize.
Maybe we are. The Secret is all about breaking free from those limitations.
Embracing the unknown, trusting the process, and believing in the power of, well, us.
Exactly. It's about remembering that we are all capable of amazing things.
I love that. And speaking of amazing things, The Secret talks about this idea of taking inspired action, right?
Oh, yeah. It's not enough to just think positive thoughts and visualize. We have to take action too.
So it's about aligning our energy with what we want and then...
Taking those practical steps to make it happen.
So it's like a partnership. We set the intention and the universe.
Provides the opportunities.
And it's up to us to recognize those opportunities and seize them.
Exactly. Sometimes the universe whispers, and we have to be paying attention to hear it.
So it's about being open to those unexpected nudges, those intuitive hits that guide us in the right direction.
Exactly. It's about trusting our gut feelings and taking those leaps of faith.
I love that. So it's a combination of inner work, outer work, and a whole lot of trust in the process.
That's the magic formula.
This deep dive has been so insightful. The Secret is really challenging me to step up and own my power as a creator.
That's what it's all about. Remembering that we're not just passive bystanders in our lives, but active participants.
We have the power to shape our reality.
And to create a life that is truly aligned with our heart's desires.
Speaking of which, The Secret also talks about the importance of frequency, right? You mentioned that earlier.
Oh, yeah. Frequency is a big deal in The Secret. It's about the energy we're putting out there.
So, like, if I'm feeling happy and positive,
You're emitting a high frequency.
and that attracts good things into my life.
Like attracts like.
But if I'm feeling down or negative,
That's a lower frequency, and it attracts more of the same.
so it's not just about what we're thinking, but also the energy behind those thoughts.
Exactly. And one of the best ways to raise your frequency, Gratitude.
Gratitude strikes again. It's like the universal antidote to negativity.
It really is.
Yeah.
And visualization is another powerful tool for raising your frequency. When you visualize what you want with all your heart.
You're basically tuning into the frequency of your desires.
Exactly. You're aligning yourself with the energy of what you want to attract.
This is also fascinating. It's like the secret is giving us a whole new language to understand how the universe works.
It's like a user manual for reality.
I love that. But it also brings up a big question. If the secret is all about attracting what we want.
What about all the stuff we don't want?
Exactly. How do we keep that stuff from manifesting? Especially all the negativity in the world.
That's a great question, and it's something we'll definitely dive into in the next part of our deep dive.
Yeah, it's like, how do we stay positive when there's so much negativity bombarding us all the time? You know, the news, social media, it's everywhere.
It can be tough. The Secret talks about that, actually, about protecting your mental space.
Like being careful about what we let into our minds.
Exactly. It's about being more mindful of the information we consume, the people we hang out with.
Even the conversations we have.
Right. You're creating a more positive environment for yourself, inside and out.
So it's like putting up a filter, letting in the good stuff, blocking the bad vibes.
That's a great way to put it. It doesn't mean ignoring reality, though. It's about consciously choosing to focus on.
The positive.
Exactly. You have that power to choose your thoughts, to create a reality that's aligned with, like, your best self.
Okay, that makes sense. But it also makes me wonder, if our thoughts are so powerful,
Yeah.
what about when bad things happen to good people? Does that mean they weren't thinking positively enough?
That's a tough one. And there's no simple answer. The Secret doesn't claim to have, like, all the answers to life's mysteries.
Right, of course. So it's not about blame. It's more about...
Perspective. Looking for the opportunities for growth, even in tough times.
So even challenges can be a chance to learn and grow.
Exactly. It's about having compassion,
Yeah.
for yourself, for others, remembering we're all on our own journey.
We're all doing the best we can.
Right. It's like you said before about the universe conspiring for us, even when things are hard.
Yeah, there's a bigger plan at work, even if we can't see it.
Trusting the process,
Yeah.
knowing that everything happens for a reason.
That's definitely comforting. But what about when those doubts creep in? You know, when it's hard to stay positive?
Oh, totally. Those moments happen. The Secret says use those tools, affirmations, visualization.
Gratitude, of course.
Gratitude always.
Mm.
It's like a reset button. Helps you shift your energy.
And we talked about secret shifters too, right?
Yeah. The things that instantly boost your mood. Those are important to have in your back pocket.
Music, nature, a funny movie, whatever brings you joy.
Exactly. You got to find what works for you. Self-care is huge.
It all ties together, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Our thoughts, our feelings, our actions.
It's all connected.
This deep dive has been amazing. We've covered so much ground, from gratitude to visualization to like the universe working with us. Is there anything else you'd like to highlight from The Secret before we wrap up?
Oh, there's one more thing that really resonated with me. It's about taking inspired action.
Oh, right. It's not enough to just sit around and wish for things.
Exactly. You got to meet the universe halfway. Take those steps, even small ones, towards your goals.
So it's like a partnership. We set the intention with our thoughts and feelings, and then
You take action to make it happen.
sometimes that action comes in the form of inspiration, right?
Yeah, those intuitive nudges, that little voice that says, hey, maybe you should try this.
Like a whisper from the universe?
Exactly. The Secret says, pay attention to those. Trust your gut.
I love that. So it's about the inner work, the outer work, and a whole lot of trust.
Trust is key. Trusting yourself, trusting the process, trusting that the universe has your back.
This is making me rethink everything. The Secret is empowering me to see myself differently, not just as someone who receives what life throws at me, but
As a creator,
someone who can actively shape their reality.
that's the power of The Secret. It shifts your whole perspective.
It really does. But as we wrap up this episode, I have one final question for you. If you knew the universe was conspiring for you, working with you to bring your dreams to life, what would you dare to dream?
Wow, that's a big one. I think I would dare to dream of a world where everyone understands their own power. To create positive change, I mean. A world where we all live in harmony with each other and the planet.
That's beautiful. And you know what? It starts with each of us, embracing these ideas from The Secret, using them to create a more joyful, abundant life, not just for ourselves, but for everyone.
I love that. It's a ripple effect.
Oh.
One person's positive energy can impact the whole world.
This deep dive has been truly inspiring. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and guiding us through The Secret.
It's been a pleasure. Keep exploring these ideas, and remember, you are powerful beyond measure.
That's a message we all need to hear. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey into The Secret. Until next time, keep dreaming big, and remember, the universe has got your back.